beads, it hurts really bad. And so to have the double under pulled right underneath your hands can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but they pulled it off.
And if you land on the beads with your hand on the rope and then they get pulled, it can actually pull your hand from under you, which we see happen sometimes in practice. Fortunately, we rarely see that in competition. Next up on the floor, Team Hong Kong, China.
Let's go. Like what?
Getting the crowd into it already. And they had a very high presentation score in prelims, one of the highest. Great restrictions here from the turners, and always as an audience member, you don't want to just watch the jumper. You want to watch these turners. Case in point right there, he just jumped through the ropes as he turned them. Some amazing hand hops there being done by the jumper in the middle.
Again, the reversing direction of the rope, that's something the judges are going to look for, and notice how the turners are restricting their hands. Wow, they released all 4 handles at the same time.
So tricky to pull off. And watch this, they're turning underneath their leg, multiple unders underneath that push-up. Wow, very difficult interactions there with the turners and the jumper. And that fast footwork, Joe, that's a lot harder than it looks.
It really is, because the timing has to be so perfect, and you're moving from a fast to a slow pace. So here you see when the ground work happens, the tricks on the floor, they have to slow the ropes down. So to go from that fast footwork to those slower pace skills shows great experience by this team from Hong Kong, China. They're proud of that performance. They're smiling, giving each other some hugs and high fives as they make their way over to the lounge. A good performance.
It was. Joe, was that clean? I don't believe I saw any mistakes in that routine.
You know, based on the look on their faces, they seem to feel proud of what they put on the floor. As we watch some of the highlights on the replay, they had a few spots where it could have been close, but they pulled through some of these tough tricks. You see how close his hands are to the ground.
Yes.
Here's that rope reverse. Look how all 4 handles released into a multiple under. That's one of the more difficult double dutch skills we've seen in the entire tournament, just because of the precision required from all 3 athletes. That should support a really high difficulty score, and we'll wait and see how their score comes out on the leaderboard.